chaotic morning for markets, mainly due because of Donald Trump, of course. But what do we expect from Bitcoin, which retraced below the 106? We actually saw 105,000 for Bitcoin. Ethereum was holding steadily. Now it is slowing down. We're seeing it dropping off a little bit. But what should we expect from these markets and from the Trump administration? So let's take a look at it and talk about it in today's video. So starting off with huge liquidations, you can see that almost $1 billion, so $722 million liquidated in the past 24 hours. And actually 90% of these, as you can see right here, they were long positions. So people who were going long, they are struggling, most likely lost a lot of money. And you can see all greens here just for these two coins right here that got short positions liquidated, but most of all just longs were the ones affected. And we can actually see that if we go to CoinMarketCap, it is red right here other than stable coins and Cardano, Stellar, but most of these in the past 24 hours are down. You can see red all over the place here for Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB. So let's actually look at this. We have Bitcoin at 105,429. We have Ethereum at 2,591. We have 218 for XRP. We have 669 for BNB, 162 for Solana. A lot of up and downs here. And the fear and greed also went down a little bit. Also the altcoin season. So you can see how just a few words from Trump, from the administration, all of this can change and weigh on markets. And not only crypto. If we switch right here to investing.com, we can see that the US 500 is down 0.57. You see around 5,870. And if we switch to the S&P 500, which is not open yet, you can see that yesterday it closed at 59.12, meaning that we're going to have a gap. And usually when the gap opens, we tend to close that gap. So if we open below the last price, most likely we're going to fill it. And that may be good for us in crypto, because even though crypto does not close this 24/7, it slows down when stock markets are closed, or at least they do pick up the pace when stock markets they open. So here, what we could actually see, what we could actually expect is to see Bitcoin rally up to close the gap or to follow the S&P 500 once the S&P 500 opens. So when Wall Street, when Dow Jones opens, we're going to see that volume and it should trickle down and also show here on Bitcoin, which, as you know, will also reflect on everything else. Ethereum actually holding very strong right here. Switch to the daily, we can see that we are inside this channel. We tested this 200 moving average. We rejected it. We rejected this trend line that it was following. So maybe we are going to see some slowdown. And if we go below the 2450, so if we go below this right here, we could be looking to the 100 moving average back at 2000. But again, this would be worst case scenario. I think we're going to hold right here at around 2460, 2450 for Ethereum. Switching to Solana, Solana actually lost the bottom right here of this channel. You can see it on the 4 hours a little bit better. Yeah, we lost it right here and we're testing it at the moving average. I believe the 200 moving average will hold. We just went below a little bit, but when the stock market opens, we should see it go back up right here. So hopefully this is right. I'm reading right here. But yeah, even though all of this is happening, we have very good news, because if we go to the 0DTE right here and you go down, look at this, 4.70 for the month of May. So tomorrow is the last day of May and we are doing fantastic right here, 4.7. And this is huge for us, huge for the copy trading and people who are in the copy trading. Again, if you're not in the copy trading, you're losing a lot of money. You're leaving cash on the table untouched because you haven't tried our protocol. So going to some articles right now, you can see that the tariffs, they're now to remain in effect after a court appeal. So what happened is there was the huge back and forth between the US, China, and then they were like, we're going to cut these tariffs. And there was a court appeal. And now it looks like these tariffs are going to be back again. So we don't know. There's a lot of uncertainty and that makes the market scared, because there's a lot of uncertainty which affects directly companies, both tech companies, transportation. Every sector of every major economy usually has something to do with China, especially when it comes to production. So things usually are cheaper to produce or to mass produce in China and get shipped towards the other countries. So they get shipped from China all the way to the whole world. China is the global factory. So if these tariffs stand, they are going to hurt the economy and the overall global economy because of the Trump administration. And that affected negatively the volatility of Bitcoin, but positively the volatility for Ethereum. And I think we're going to see the volatility for Ethereum, for Bitcoin actually, to go up and increase a lot in price because the huge movement that we're going to be seeing once the market opens. So that most likely is a good place and a good time for you to get in if you're longing volatility. And if you're shorting volatility, you should wait a little bit to get in at a higher peak of volatility to short it, because it is better that way premium wise, meaning that better returns, better ROI on your strategy. For Ethereum, these are very good numbers. So if you want to trade, you can do it, which is most likely what I'm going to do myself. So hopefully this made sense for you. If you believe that we're going to go down today in the stock market, in the crypto market, comment down below. If you believe that we're going to go up, comment below the comments of people who are bearish. So let's start a little conversation down below. Again, if you haven't checked any other video, we're now running a summer promotion, so you can win huge prizes here from trading with Bitopics. It is the first link in the description, no form required. Just create an account, log in, start trading, and you can qualify to win these prizes. So thank you very much. I'll catch you guys on the next video. So have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys on Monday. Peace.